Okay, Firebreather. Now this came on last Wednesday, and they showed it again on Friday. I wasn't able to review it because I was sick. My voice is really bad, and it still is kind of bad, but it's gotten a little better. But anyway, I want to get this review in while I can. This is based off a comic book series by Phil Hester, published by Image Comics. But I haven't read the comic book series, so I don't know how accurate or inaccurate it is to the source material. But I'm going to talk about the movie. So it takes place in high school. The main character, Dukin Rosenblatt, he's a half dragon, half human. His mother is Margaret, and his father is Belak, who is a type of dragon called the kaiju. And basically Dukin is, he's kind of your typical high school main character. He gets bullied on by the jock, and he has a love interest. The typical high school setting that we all know so well. But the series does have its cliches. The movie does have its cliches, but it's still very enjoyable. Now, throughout the series, Dukin, he really tries to hide who he really is, and it's not until later on in the movie that he, kind of reveals that yes, he is a half dragon. He has some really cool powers. There are some parts where he's able to breathe fire like a regular dragon. Throughout the movie, later on throughout the movie, when he starts to get angry and stuff like that, his eyes will change into the shape of a dragon's eye, and his hair will spike up, and his skin will get more scaly like a dragon's. And later on down in the movie, he was able to fly. He had wings. I was wondering when they're going to show that, because I was looking at the comic book covers and he had wings. I was like, when is he going to show his wings off? So that was really cool. So overall, right off the bat, the movie does get it's a solid movie. It's very solid. I don't really have any problems with it. Like I said, it does have its cliches, but it's very enjoyable for what it is. I would like this to become a series, that's for sure. I'm not going to spoil too much because I don't like to give away too much information. But I'm going to talk a bit about his father. His father is, he kind of comes off as this father who expects a lot from his son, but he's not like evil or anything. He just wants his son to succeed him in becoming king of the kaiju. His father is about 200 to 300 feet, so he's a pretty big guy, pretty big dragon. And throughout the movie, when Dukin was talking to his mom was like, you're probably wondering how you were conceived from, your father being this big old dragon and I'm this regular lady. And she says, it's actually quite simple, but they don't really explain how that was, how it happened, how he was conceived. I was kind of hoping she would, but okay, they kind of left that open. So I'm guessing that the dragon is somehow able to take a humanoid form or something like that, but I could be wrong. But I do know in some dragon myths, some dragons are able to take human form. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. And also, his dad has like two forms where he stands on his hind legs and then he stands on all fours. He's kind of slow moving. He's not very fast. Maybe that's because of his size, but yeah, he is kind of a slow mover. But he does have all the power to back that up. Dukin, on the other hand, is a great mix of speed. He's agile. When he fully embraces his dragon side, he's able to do some really cool stuff. His speed increases, all that increases. His strength, his hearing, all that. He's basically like your like a lot of crossbreeds that we know and love, like Blade, Dante, Inuyasha. You know, characters like that. He's kind of a an amalgam of those type of characters. He's kind of a he reminds me of a lot of those characters that I mentioned. So I do want to get the comic book series. I do want to check it out to see how it differs from the movie. They did say they were going to continue the comic book series due to the successful ratings that the movie got on Cartoon Network. And like I said, I would like this to become a series. The characters are really cool. His love interest, Jenna, she at first kind of annoyed me because she was just kind of like the character the character that all the boys want in high school, and she's like this really preppy type girl. But throughout the story, when she first finds out that Dukin is half dragon, she kind of rejects him. She goes into the "oh my God, you're a monster" type of thing, and then during the end of the movie, she kind of accepts that this guy is a hero. He saved the school. Yes, he is a half dragon, but he's also a person, and he should be treated like anybody else is in the high school. His friends, I liked his friends. I think I think his name was Ken Rogers, if I'm not mistaken. One of his friends was Ken Rogers, and I forgot the chick's name that he was hanging out with, one of his female friends. But yeah, the supporting cast is really good. I liked them a lot. And then there was this military guy who I think was Dukin's, if I'm remembering correctly, Dukin's mom's current love interest. So he was a kind of a bastard, but throughout the end of the movie, he kind of showed that, he is also a hero type character. So overall, good animated movie, and I will be reviewing the comic book series by Phil Hester. So that's my thoughts on Firebreather.